Hi everybody, it's Miss Tamara from MidPointe Trenton Library. I am here to show you another cool craft and you repurpose something and don't trash it. You got an old t-shirt that doesn't fit you anymore, or it's just a really cool t-shirt, like one maybe you went on a camp trip or something and your friend signed it and you don't want to wear it anymore because you're afraid it's just getting worn out. You can turn it into a cool piece of wall art. This is a 12 by 12 canvas frame. It's a Beauty and the Beast t-shirt. This, if your t-shirt's larger, you can use, the great thing about this is you can use any size frame. This is a gift for somebody that likes Queen. So it is a 16 by 20 frame. And so we've got that. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really fun. It's really easy. So what you want to do is you need a t-shirt. So I have this NASA t-shirt that we're going to use today. And you need a canvas frame. This is a 12 by 12 frame. Now, if you don't have a frame, there are a couple substitutes you can use. You can use that real thick poster board that you can find at the dollar store. I have a cardboard box here that is already like boxed in, so you can tape your flaps down if you've got a cardboard box. Now, if the cardboard box doesn't have hangers, I'm going to show you how to recycle a couple can tabs. These are actually cat food can tabs, and we're going to glue these on so you'll have a ready-go hanger. And you can use that hack for anything that you want to hang. And so if you're going to be using the pull tabs, I just grabbed some craft glue. And also you're going to need a scissors. Now make sure you're not using a t-shirt you want to keep, because we are going to destroy the t-shirt to make a piece of wall art. So let's get started. I will show you what we're going to do. You want to make sure whatever you're using is your design fits the t-shirt. So you're going to wrap it like this. You see I got a lot of excess we're going to have to cut off, but your design, you want to just make sure your design fits, and I know it does there. So you're going to want to make sure you got it nice and centered, or however you want it. So we're going to get started. I'm actually going to cut off the bottom of this t-shirt because it's way long for me to work with. So I'm going to cut off. Now, don't throw out the bottom of your t-shirt. You could make that for a mask. You can use it to make some cool toys for your pets. So I don't like to throw anything out that might be useful, because we are trying to save some stuff on the environment. So this is like that old t-shirt that you have torn. And don't worry, like I did, if I didn't cut it straight down here, because we're going to probably cut some more off. So your next step, in the back, unless you have a cool design on the back, just use the back to cushion your shirt. So what we're going to do is work on the sides first. So I am going to kind of get it as centered as I can, and I will show you when I get it. So I'll check it before I staple it down. And then where we do it, we're going to keep pulling the shirt real tight so it doesn't sag in the middle. So the first thing we want to do is work on the sides. So I think it's kind of centered. So we're going to flip your canvas over. And if you don't have a stapler gun, a regular staple will work too. And I'll show you how to do, after I get done, I'll show you how to do the box one, just so you can see how to do the hangers. So what I'm going to do is pull this real tight and kind of check my design, because you want to make sure, you also want to make sure, I'm going to pull it up a little bit because I don't want the collar to get stuck under there, so I'm going to pull the NASA up a little bit. So, okay, so first thing we're going to do, and my t-shirt, when you pull it, sometimes you got to keep trying to make sure that your design, because I don't want to lose the NASA thing. So you kind of make sure that your NASA design is going to fit, because I have this red thing, so that's what if you wonder what I'm doing. So I'm going to put one staple here. Don't worry about the excess right now, we'll cut it off. So I'm going to put one staple there, and we're going to flip it over before I staple it all down. And stretch it real tight. And the good thing is with staples, you can remove them if it doesn't work. So I put a staple right there. So we have our NASA design pretty good on the canvas. So we're going to finish up the sides. You want to do at least 5 staples. So I'm just going to put some staples real quick. So The staple gun's easier to use. You can get these at a craft store. This is just a light duty stapler that I picked up at a fabric store. And then once I get the sleeves tacked down, so then we're going to start on the other side. You want to make sure, and we're going to pull the rest of this, so this is going to get straightened up when we do the top. So you want to make sure that you got your shirt, just hold your shirt tight. Hold it while you're stapling. So you want to just put some staples in real quick. Like I said, the more staples, the better. But for right now, for our purposes, we're just going to do quick 5. And then we're going to do the top next. After we cut off, we're going to cut off all the excess. And when you get the excess cut off, you can tag it back. But we want to just cut the excess off and throw it in our pile of fabric that we might see if we can reuse. Because the sleeves work really good for mask, I hear too, if you need to make a mask. So we're just gonna, you want to make sure you have a good sharp scissors too for this. So I'm just gonna throw that over on my pile there. And we're gonna do the top. So as you can see, I have the collar here, so I'm gonna try to get that off good. So that's about good because you can see the NASA going, and when we staple it down more. So I kind of want to do that. So I'm just going to put a staple right here and here. And then I'm going to cut this excess off. And I'll show you kind of how to finish up the edges as we go. I just want to cut enough of this off, especially the collar. But if you don't get all the collar, the good thing about this is nobody sees the back of it. So I'm not worried about straight lines. I'm not worried about what the back looks like. You can even leave the back like that if you want. So I want to pull that and see, make sure my NASA's still looking nice and tight. So we're going to just plug a couple staples in. And then we're going to pull it to the bottom. So as you can see, it's getting tighter as we go. So I think we got enough at the bottom right now. So I am going to stretch it some more. And you can even tuck some of the fabric under the frame. So this is the bottom. So I am going to show you, that's what it's going to look like. Now one little trick that I like to do is fold the corner up. So, and you just want to kind of make sure, you might have to cut a little bit. So I'm just going to show you how to do it real quick to fix it so that you have a piece of wall art ready to go. So I kind of usually do a diagonal. Like I said, you don't have to worry about what the back looks like as long as you can hang it. So if you have a hanger on your canvas, I don't like my fabric hanging up, but you don't have to be as particular about that. So I'm just gonna, you just want to kind of make sure you got your staples in there, because see, you don't want this piece hanging out. So we just kind of want to make some tight lines. Think like you're folding a present, to wrap. And so there you have that. That is a ready-made piece of wall art you can hang on your wall. And you can go back and add more staples and staple it down. But since I'm just trying to get you the basics, I will go back and finish it off later. But there you go. You've got NASA. And I'll show you what the back of the big one looks like. Is I have a whole wall of staples there, if you can see. So yeah, just when you can go back, you can make it as nice. You know, if you don't like all the hanging fabric like that, you can cut it off. So that's how you make it with the canvas. So if you do not have a canvas, I'm going to show you a trick. And if you don't have a graphic t-shirt that you want to part with yet, this is an old tie-dye t-shirt I did for a group trip. And then it's just kind of a cool tie-dye design. I like the colors. There actually are MidPointe colors a little bit with the green and the purple. So what you're going to do with this if you don't have the canvas, just kind of, I'm going to wrap it around this box. And you can use any kind of box. You can use one of those Amazon boxes. I know we're getting lots of packages at home. So what I'm going to do is just I kind of like the design like this. And this is kind of cool because it's kind of a big one too you can hang. So we're just going to kind of measure it. So this was one like if you have a design that you want to do 2 t-shirts for, you can cut off both sides. Because I actually have an Indianapolis Colts one that has 2 sides on it because it was from Super Bowl 50 that I'm thinking about turning into some wall art. So you just want to kind of get your design lined up. So don't worry about it not being even. I'm just trying to get it even to show you how to do the. And I'm going to take a regular stapler. And you just staple it like the other one. I'm just going to kind of do this one real quick so I can show you the hanger. So this is like a cool piece of abstract art because it's tie-dyed. So you can even take just you can do like one of your tie-dye projects. Maybe your shirt doesn't fit or you just like the design more and you'd rather have it on your wall than wear it. So I'm just going to fold this over. So I'm doing this one a little quicker just so that you can kind of see what we're going to do with the tabs. So if you have a regular staple, it is doable with a regular staple. So staples actually work probably better with you don't want a high duty stapler gun. So this is my side that we're going to put the pop tabs on. So basically what we're looking for is you want to stretch it, and this is going to be good because the top's not really, how I did the top is not really too tall. So we'll have room for those hangers. So the good thing about the pop tag hangers, so this is what we're going for. Is we're going to have this like abstract piece of wall. You can even take a Sharpie marker and write like one of your favorite sayings on it. And so what you want to do is when you're cutting, if you're doing it this way, you want to make sure that you have room for your hangers. So what we're going to do is take these little pop tab hangers. I'm going to put a dab of E6000 glue on them. And you're going to need to the good thing about E6000 is it's repositionable. So I am going to put these on. We can even kind of do them. We can do these on the fabric a little bit, and we can do them. You can do them like that if you just want to hang them up, or you can reposition them actually on the cardboard. And you can use however big your box is. And my E6000 is. E6000 is repositionable, so it does take a while for it to dry. So you kind of want to go for this. And you can, if you say you think you need another one. Let me get my glues coming out. So if you think you need to put 2 on it, you can make sure you got room for your shirt and put them like that. And then you've got instant hangers. So if you're using the E6000, it does take a while to position because it's repositionable. So it does take a while to dry. And there you go. You've got ready to hang. Now you can always use 3M like strips to hang something like this because it's very light. So there you go. You've got a cardboard box turned into a piece of art. So thank you again for joining us. I hope that you send us some of your wall art. And I'd like to see what you have. You can share it on the library's comments on our YouTube page or on our Facebook page. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page because that's where this videos will be found. We'll have more cool craft projects coming. And make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and you always know what kind of cool things we are making at the library. Thank you.